Okay, let's move on now to part two. Part two, it's about finding the greatest common factor, which is finding the GCF. Let's go. So we divided it for you guys. That's why we started teaching you the prime factorization, because we need the prime factorization to help us find the GCF. Now, the GCF, you're supposed to find it for two numbers. In the prime factorization, we were giving you one number, you factor it, you're done. But the GCF is different. You must find it for two numbers. Why? Okay, let's learn how to do it, then I'll tell you why it's important. Okay, for example, I have here 12 and I have 42. First thing we're going to do is we are going to write the prime factorization for both. So 12, when you think about 12, you think about 2 times 6. Then 2 is a prime number, you circle it. Then you factor 6, it's 2 times 3. You end up, and here you end up with 2 and 3, they're both prime. So 12, the prime factorization for 12 is 2 times 3. Let's move on now to 42. We're going to do the same. It's 6 times 7, your favorite number. Now we're going to factor 6. It's going to be 2 times 3. Both are prime. 7 is already a prime number. We cannot factor it. So 42, the prime factorization is 2 times 3 times 7. So I know I taught you in class that you guys should highlight the common factors and take one of them. I'm going to show you now an easier way. Let's just use this way. It's better. Let's circle. Okay? So let's circle the common factor. What does it mean, common factor? Common factor, you guys, it means they both have the same number. Common means it's the same factor. So look here, the 12 has a 2. Does the 42 has a 2? Yeah, so we're going to circle them together. So it has a bestie, matching besties. Done. Next, the 2 here, you have a 2. Does it have a matching 2 on the other side? It doesn't. We're just going to leave it alone. The 3 is, 12 has a 3 as a factor. Does 42 has a 3 as a factor? Yeah, they do. So we got 2 matching pairs. We're going to circle them. What about the 7? You have 7 in 42, but no 7 in 12. We don't take them. Okay? This is the meaning of common. They both have the same number. And now what you're going to do with this common, from each pair, we're going to take 1, 2. We're going to take 1, 3. Then we're going to multiply them. That will be your GCF. So the GCF will be 2 times 3 equal 6. That's the GCF, guys, and this is how you guys find it. Okay? You circle the common factors. You take 1 from each pair. We do not repeat. No need to take the 2 2s and the 2 3s. You will end up with a totally wrong GCF. Okay, why is it important? Remember, guys, when you used to simplify fractions, for example, we have 12 over 42. Okay, and you guys want to simplify, and you start checking. You'll have your teachers taught you that you guys have to divide with the GCF, the greatest common factor. What's the biggest factor between 12 and 42? Like, they are both in which timetable? They are both in the multiplication table of 6. They both can be divided by 6. So when you divide it, it will help you simplify. 12 divided by 6, that's 2. And 42 divided by 6, that's 7. So that's your fraction in simplest form. This is actually why the GCF is important, to find the greatest common factor, to help you simplify fractions. Yeah, this is one of the benefits. Okay. So this is now the steps in details. If you guys missed anything, all you have to do, read the steps, memorize them, apply them correctly. Practice as much as you can. Okay? Now this is a real world problem related to the GCF. We just solved it, by the way, but I'm going to show you how, when you get a word problem in the exam, how you're going to solve it. What keyword you should focus on. Okay, because this lesson is confusing between GCF and LCM. So guys, they're asking you, after you read the word, the problem, they're telling you at the end, what is the greatest number? Once they tell you the greatest number, directly, you should find the GCF. Okay? So please pay attention to this detail. When they tell you the greatest, directly you leave everything and you find the GCF. Just like what we did. These are the steps to find the GCF. List the prime factorization, circle the common, multiply. Remember, don't repeat. You just take one of each pair. Do not take both of them. Okay, what if we had 2 and 5? What's the GCF of 2 and 5? Let's factor them. 2, how can you factor it? I can't, it's a prime. 5, how can you factor it? It's also a prime. So this one is 1 times 2 and this one is 1 times 5. So the GCF, the only common number between any two prime numbers is 1. Okay? So keep that in your head. For any two prime numbers, the GCF, guys, is equal to 1. Okay? Yep. Let's move on. Okay, let's move on here to more examples. We're going to start with 9, 18, and 36. Let's do it, guys, together. 18 and 36. Okay, how you're going to do it? The first thing you're going to do in the exam, you will draw a border, draw the wall. Okay, draw a wall to separate the two numbers. And then let's start factoring. Let's start factoring the 18. Let's go. It's a 3 times 6. 3 times 6 equals 18. 3 is a prime number. We're going to lock it. Let's factor the 6. It's 2 times 3. We ended up with two prime numbers, so we're going to lock them. We're done. Next, let's factor the 36. It's 6 times 6, the easiest number. Then let's factor the 6. It's 2 times 3. Both are prime, so we're going to lock them. Factor the 6 again, 2 times 3, both are prime, we're going to lock them. Now, step number 2, I will write the prime factorization for 18 and for 36, guys. 18 is 2 times 3 times 3. 36, it's 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. Now, I will circle the common. I have 2 in 18. Do I have 2 in 36? Yep, I do. I'm going to circle them. I have a 3 here. Do I have a 3 in 36? Yep, we're going to lock them in a circle. Now, I have a 3 in 18. Another 3. Do I have another 3? Yep, we got matching besties. Now, here I have the poor 2 left alone. No besties, so we're just going to leave it. So, your GCF, guys, will be as from each pair we take 1. So we're going to take from each two 2's, we're going to take 1 2 times 1 3 times 1 3. So my GCF will be 6 times 3, that is 18. So that is the GCF of 18 and 36. Okay, guys, that's the GCF of 18 and 36. So I'm gonna leave the rest for you. Focus on the numbers. Usually the numbers that you guys get are from the times table, from the numbers that you guys studied from 1 to 12. So I'm gonna leave the rest for you to practice. You have the answer key in your hands. We did these questions on your book one by one, as I remember. So please grab a white paper. Try to solve them by yourself without checking how we did it. Please, in the exam, make sure you show clear steps. Okay, guys? Steps are really important. You are counted for them. They are graded. Showing the final answer will not help you. So please show the steps, because sometimes the final answer is wrong, but the steps are correct. So you guys take marks for that. Okay. Now let's move on to 34. 34, again, it's a real life application. It's a really important question. They're asking you here in this question, they're asking you clearly what is the GCF. So please, guys, when they tell you the GCF, you should do the prime factorization, circle the common, multiply them. So let's factor 13. Obviously, it's 1 times 13. There is no 13, no factors that when you multiply will give you 13 other than 1 and itself. That's it. 17, it's 1 times 17. So as you can see here, guys, the GCF is 1. This is an easy question. So here in this question, the GCF is equal to 1. They have nothing in common but 1. What can we do? So here the same idea. You got 50 and you got 75. What should you do? They're asking you for the greatest. So again, when you see the word greatest, you should think of what? The GCF. So factor 50, factor 75, guys. Circle the common, and then okay, let's do it. Why not? Okay, it's gonna be a long, I hope I have enough space. So let's just start with 75. What two numbers, if you multiply, will give you 75? Think of 5. As you can see, the last digit is 5, so it can be divided by 5. 5 is a multiple of 75. No, 75 is a multiple of 5, sorry. So we're gonna take 5. We know that 5 times 15, so skip count by 5, or you can take 15, the easiest number, skip count by it until you get to 75. Again, like I said, the numbers you're gonna get will not be that big. So 5 is a prime number, we're gonna lock it. Then 15, let's factor it. It's gonna be 3 times 5. We're gonna lock it. So the prime factorization, we're done with the first one. Now let's go to 50. What will give you 50? 50 is an easy number. What will give you 50 is, the easiest thing you can take is 5 times 10. Because again, it's a multiple of 5. 5 is a prime, we're gonna lock it in a circle. 10, 2 times 5. Lock it in a circle. Now, to ease the process here, as you can see, you can circle the common. For me, it's easier just to highlight. I told you in your book to use highlighters in the exam if you want to use highlighters, or if you want to do the way that I just showed you, circle the common. For me, using a highlighter is easier. So I have here 5 and I have 5. Okay, that's my first factor. So my GCF will be 5 times, let's see if I have another 5. Let's see, I have a 3 and I have 2. They're not matching. I have 5 and I have another 5. So, yep, that's it, guys. My GCF is 5 times 5. Okay? So, again, from each pair, you take 1. From these two, I took 1. From these two, I took 1. Okay, guys? I did not take both 5s. If I take both 5s, I will end up with 4 5s, which is not true. From each pair, you take 1. You do not repeat. Okay, so that means my GCF will be 25. And this is how you solve this question. Okay, guys? So practice as much as you can, because when you guys practice, you become fluent in finding the GCF. It's just steps. There is nothing hard about it. Now, moving on to the third part of this lesson, which is finding the least common multiple. Least common multiple, I can guarantee to you that it's the easiest of them all. Like, it doesn't require much thinking or much effort, because this lesson is related to the first thing that you guys studied in grade 1, which is skip counting. So let's do the LCM here. Now, one of the key words that will help you finding the LCM is that they tell you you have an equal number. Okay? Equal number. Equal number of each, that means you should find the least common multiple. So, how we're going to do that? 2 easy steps. Number 1, you will write the multiples of 6 and 8. The multiples of 6. By multiples, we mean the times table. Okay, guys, the multiplication table. So just to skip count by 6. So we start 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 35, and so on. And you don't need to go all the way until 10. 5 is enough for each. Then 8, multiples of 8, 8, 16, 24, 32, and 40. And now you are going to circle the least one, the common multiple. As you can see, 24 is a common multiple of both. Now, I just want to drag your attention to something, that if you continue skip counting, by the way, this is incorrect. It's 36, okay? 36, 42, and 48. And if you continue skip counting here, it's going to be 48. You have here another common multiple. It's 48, 48. But our lesson is about least, okay? They're asking you for the LCM. That's why you guys, please be careful. Do not take the biggest common multiple. Always aim for the least one. Once you get the least multiple, you're done. You just stop. You don't do anything else, and that's your LCM. It's 24. Again, we do not take this one. We take the least one, which is 24. Okay? Choose the least one. Okay, let's solve a couple of examples here. Okay, 2 and 5, I'm going to leave that for you. It's easy. So this is how you're going to do it. 4, you're going to write the timetable of 4. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, and so on. Next, 12, let's go. 12, 24, 36, and so on. I guess we have it clear which one is the least common multiple. Here we have 24, and we got 24. Is that the least one? I'm not sure. I should go back and check again. I have here 12. Oh, it's not the least one. I was mistaken. See, guys, you have to double check your work. It's a 12. They both have a 12. So 12 will be the least common multiple. So the LCM, you're just going to write 12. That's it. We're done. Okay? So again, all you have to do, list the multiples for each and circle the least one. And that's it. Okay? Okay, here, let's do a word problem related to the LCM. By the way, I think most probably in the exam, they're going to ask you, find the LCM. Find the least. So focus when you are solving word problems in the exam. Are they asking you for the word greatest or for least? If they ask you for greatest, you should find the GCF. If they ask you for least, you should find the LCM. Now here we have a word problem. People are waiting in line for a theater premiere. Every 5th person in line will receive a free theater ticket. Every 6th person will receive a gift card for $40. So which one will be the first to receive both? So always also one of the keywords when they're asking you to find both. So that means here you should be focusing on finding the LCM. So all you have to do is list the factors for 5 and the factors for 6, and then you guys are going to choose the least one. Okay? So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and so on. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, and so on. Obviously, the least common multiple is 30. So that means our 30th person, he is the one who's going to be receiving both gifts. He's the lucky winner. Okay? So that's it, guys, for this lesson. We focused on the 3 main ideas. Number 1, finding the prime factorization. Number 2, finding the GCF. And number 3, finding the LCM. Please focus on the keywords when you are solving word problems. What are they asking you to find? Is it greatest or is it least? Or sometimes they don't say least. They say both, for example. Or here in the word problem above, they use the word equal number. That means same. So please practice as much as you can for this lesson, because practice makes perfect. And that's it for today's lesson. See you when I see you, guys.